Hey guys, how's it going? I am kind of staging in a parking lot right now. We've had a hell of a night already. Get this truck started. The stupid automatic shutoff thing keeps like freezing me out in this truck. Anyway, don't know if you can see me. Actually, I don't know if my camera's gonna hold like this. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe so. Anyway, guys, good morning. So we got about 4 to 9 inches of snow out here, and there are places that have gotten a lot more, it sounds like. Ooh, it's this guy. Is he still stuck? He is still stuck. We have 1 to 2 feet snow drifts in places. There you go. Let's try this again. Keeps telling me no internet. Yeah, so we've got a driver over here to the right who's stuck in the parking lot. He didn't know how to engage his differential lock, your PDL lock button here. You've got an off-road feature. Apparently the guy didn't know that he was supposed to hit that stuff. He pulled into this parking lot back here where we park our trucks. And next thing you know, the guy was stuck. This guy over here has super singles. He's our other driver, and super singles, as you know, are basically a giant flat tire that is like, I mean, it's the width of 2 tires put together. It is just one slick surface, and it goes nowhere in the snow. So I'm not sure if he's stuck or if he's gonna have issues, but I think right now they're trying to figure out what to do with this truck over here. Anyway, as far as things go for us, I am hooked to a trailer. I actually have a load. I was pulling out of the gate with it, and we had got a call from our boss with the company and had given us the option if we want to run tonight or if we want to cancel our load, because he said the highways are hell. He said it is so bad out on the highway that it could risk a driver's life if you're trying to get down the road. Honestly, looking at this, I know it's bad. And I know the roads are bad, but the main highway, like, you could drive 45 miles an hour and be fine. And it looked like down south of here, like maybe by an hour, it's like dry roads. Like they didn't get any snow. So I was going to keep rolling. I got through the gate and got a call from our other driver who let me know that apparently they declared a state of emergency. And as he understood it, non-emergency personnel are banned from the highways tonight because it's that bad. It's like catastrophic on the highways. So anyway, so we were trying to figure out what to do. So I pulled over here. His truck wouldn't start. Carl's truck, Jordan's dad, his truck wouldn't start. So we finally got his truck started. Couldn't find a snow broom. So we got a shop broom that's behind my seat, and I pulled it out, and he was able to get the snow off his truck, get it started finally, warmed up. Ew, he's loose. He's loose. He's loose. Yay, yay, yay. See, look at that. Hey, that's funny. It took the other senior driver had to hop in the truck, it looks like, to get it loose. Maybe it was a driver error. Anyway, so let me pull up our chat here so I can talk to you guys. Oh, wow. Okay, so Jared's in Iowa, is that right? Or are you in northern Missouri? I know Carol's in northern Missouri. So Jared said he got 13 inches of snow. So 13 inches in Iowa, and Carol, just to Jared's south by maybe couple hours, hour and a half, something like that, has about 10 inches of snow, so just under a foot of snow. And like I said, out here, like the actual snow amount, we maybe got 4 inches, you know, 3-4 inches of snow. The thing is, we had 50-mile-an-hour winds today. So that caused so much blowing and drifting of snow that it was bad. Like, it was really bad. So we've got snow drifts of like 1 to 2 feet out here. There are roads, there are like side roads out here that are so deep with snow, you can't see the curb. You can't see where the road's at. Like, you can't see anything. You don't know if you're on the road or in the grass, or, of course, Kansas is flat enough as is, right? So it doesn't take a whole lot. But it is like really bad out here. Drifts up to 2 feet. Yep. So Jared's definitely got over 2 feet snow drifts and spots. That is crazy. That was like almost as tall as me. Haha. So the download tonight is I was pulling out the gate. I'm going to restart this truck. I was pulling out the gate and I get a call, like I said. He said that they declared a state of emergency. Apparently just law enforcement, emergency personnel are supposed to be on the highways. But the thing is, I drove over here to talk to him, help, you know, check on him with his truck not starting. And got notified when I got over here that apparently we heard from another driver who's already on the road. And the driver was saying that past like 159th Street in Olathe, that the road's clear up. They're not that bad. Well, 159th Street, we're like off 119th, right? So we're talking 5 miles, not even 5 miles down the road, and the road's like clear up. Like, that is how sharp that snow line was from north to south today. I mean, like, Central Olathe, Lenexa, Overland Park, like, got pounded, right? And everyone to the north, of course. The closer you get to Jared, the more pounded you're gonna be. Sorry, Carol. Anyway, so yeah, but just to our south, it like cuts off to nothing, right? So, and especially like an hour or two from here, they didn't really get any snow at all. So me just looking at this, knowing the snow's over for us down here, and knowing that basically nobody's going to be on the roads tonight, and the roads are passable, like the main highway's fine, you just got to go like 45, I see no reason not to run. So I came over here, we heard from another driver and who had already left, and they're like, you know, it's not that bad. If you can just get out of town, it's not that bad. So what we're trying to do right now, what the grand plan is Carl, Jordan's dad, is planning on going inside, getting this load. This truck right in front of us, this red one with the super singles, which is Jordan's brother, by the way. See, I'm surrounded by family. They're both going in to go get their loads. Potentially the stuck guy too, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the stuck guy is done being stuck or what's going on with that. But they're going to grab their loads. I'm staging right here in the parking lot until they get their loads. And then we are planning to convoy together down the highway tonight. Like 2 to 3 trucks, probably 3 trucks back to back. So me, Carl, and Jordan's brother, back to back. We're just going to try a convoy and get down this ice road, quite literally, out here. Just thank God it doesn't crack and fall through. That'd be crazy. But yeah. So, let's see. Yeah, Carol says, yeah, it sucks, doesn't it, Jared? That is crazy. Well, at least Jared's got plenty of Subway. Okay, I know that was a bad joke. The Jared guy from Subway commercials a long time ago. Yeah, anyway. Hey, I like Subway. So Jared, that name brings good memories. Here's Carl. What is...
trailers, and we're getting that Volvo started. The other one takes that truck to the seat Thursday.
Okay.
So yes, you need that Volvo started.
Yeah, see what's giving me hassle that one day too, so.
Stay here, stay warm. Be right back.
Okay, sounds good. So, apparently, sounds like the truck with the super singles has an airline leak in the seat. So the air right in the seat is like dropping him like way low. Like, that's rather fun. We go up and then you go down. I'm like one of those, what do they call those things? Tsunamis? No, that's a wave. You know, like those magician guys, like put your arms up like God, I have way too much fun in this truck. Hey, you gotta do something with your time. Like, yeah. So anyway, stay focused, Brittany. So they are going in to grab their loads, and I am to stay put right here and stay warm. Those are my instructions. So I have my coffee. I have lots of waters. Lots of waters tonight. And just in case, I have lots of packs of tuna and sardines, which, believe it or not, actually, these can last you a long time. Especially if you have to space out, ration your meals. All I had to do is ration. If I had one of these every 6 hours, it would give me enough food to survive, and I could last for probably a day or two. Even though technically you can go like 30 days without food. It's water that's most important, but hell, I fasted for several days before without problems, so yeah, I can survive a little while. Anyway, 13, let's see, 10 miles north of me, south 13 inches, oh, 10, south 13 inches. Yeah, it really drops off. Like, it's a sharp snow line where it like gets deep and it's not bad. So you guys are fairly close, aren't you? That is pretty cool. So apparently Jared and Carol live not too far from each other. That is pretty stinking cool. Are you serious? Des Moines didn't get anything today? That is just weird how they missed out. Yeah, how the hell's Des Moines missed out on the snow? Because hell, there was that one town I saw on Instagram, I think. I saw a little clip of it, or Facebook. But there was this town in Iowa that was like buried under. I forget the name of it. It's south of Des Moines. It's where we did that rescue load, where we had to rescue that driver who was stranded last year. 40 below wind chills, and this driver's truck wouldn't start. It died on him on the side of the road, and he was freezing. Him, his his fiance, and their little dog. And yeah, anyway, you guys can see that on YouTube. You probably all have. But yeah, apparently that town got slammed again today. So always an adventure in Iowa and northern Missouri, that's for sure. Osceola, yes, thank you, Jared. Yes, Osceola, that's the name of it. I remember that now. So yeah, that's where that driver was stranded. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. Well, you know, guys, that's what I hear, like, going to south of here. And, you know, okay, there's a lot of fine lines when it comes to driving in the snow, in the semi-truck, right? You know, hell, you could be the most experienced driver, you know, and hit black ice and you're screwed. So if number one's black ice, it is like a no-go if there's going to be black ice or freezing rain, you know, that's going to affect the roadway. It's a no-go. It's time to shut the load down. Number two is you get a little bit of snow. It's getting slick on the roads, and you have four-wheelers and other semi-drivers, like Swift drivers. No offense. No, you have a lot of inexperienced drivers who you got to worry about running into you. You know, you may be the most experienced driver in the world. If you have somebody else run into you, you can't do nothing. So, and then you're just screwed. So that's the time to shut down. But here tonight, we're sitting, the snow's over. It's been over for maybe 4 or 5 hours now here. They're finally starting to get some of the roads treated. They're snow packed. That's it. But they're throwing sand down, everything else. You know, personally, I see no reason not to run tonight. The roads are passable, the main ones. And it's just like, you know, I didn't even give it a second thought. I'm just like, there's nobody going to be on the roads. I don't really have to worry about other drivers so much. And I know how to drive in this stuff. So I got no issues. I'm like ready to roll. Plus, down south, like you guys are saying, the cutoff on the snow. Down south, like an hour south of here, they got like less than an inch of snow, I believe. So, hell, by the time we get halfway down to, wherever we go, Springdale. Once we get halfway down to Springdale, the roads are probably going to be dry and green grass, you know. So that tells you how sharp of a difference it is on our run from the North Pole over here to delivery. I joke around. Last night it was like in the 60s at delivery. I'm not kidding you. It was like I swear, people were like in t-shirts and like flip-flops and like shorts. I show up with this heavy coat. Hey, as you can see, I have my heavy, thick men's work coat because that's the only thick one I could find. I couldn't find a pretty one that was also strong. I need to start my own brand for women truckers. Anyway, so I go down there. I'm all bundled up. I hop out of the truck. It is in the 60s. It is summertime down in Springdale. And everybody's looking at me like, where'd you come from? I'm like, it is freaking warm down here. It's crazy. I go from summertime to wintertime every night. My trip is quite bipolar. Let's see. Oh my God, look at that, guys. I'm gonna save that picture. Ooh. Find out how to save it here. There we go. We just hit the save button. That is Carol's front porch. Oh my God. You're buried under. I'll be taking my bids to work. Yeah, no crap. This is a night that like a good set of coveralls would be like really handy. Just saying. Yeah. Yeah, Jared brings up an awesome point. Always dress like you could be stranded. That's what I was told. I agree wholeheartedly. Like when I have an OTR truck and actually have more room, I like to keep, you know, several gallons of water on hand. I mean, hell, even if it's a few day trip, I will keep like several gallons of water. Because they say to be healthy, you need like a gallon of water a day, especially if it's cold or you're battling a lot of things, elements. So, but you could stretch that. I mean, you could do a half gallon a day and last 6 days on 3 gallons of water. Same with food. Like I used to carry so many packs of ramen noodles just for the raw carbs, you know, just a lot of little things, canned goods, things that you can use in an emergency. Hell, at one point my OTR truck was so stocked full of stuff. I had crock pots, I had things to cook with, like, oh my God, I had a refrigerator, but I had so much stuff in that truck. I could probably stay out 4 weeks, be just fine. So, the only thing I never did was create a toilet out of a 5-gallon bucket. I've heard of drivers doing that, but, and I don't mean for number 1, I mean for number 2. And that just seemed gross to me. I don't know. I could see it be handy, but I don't know. This is where DOT makes their money. Yeah. DOT is a lot like law enforcement in a way. The only reason I say that is because in law enforcement, there are days that you think, same with fire department or whatever rescue you're with, emergency services. On an average day, you know, you're like, this is the best job in the world, making good money. I'm cruising around in a patrol car, you know, having fun, goofing off, talking to people, looking all cool. And then all of a sudden you have that day, you know, that day when shit hits the fan and you earn your pay and you don't get a break. Yeah, it's crazy. I guess it's like that for a lot of professions, really. I'm curious to see how many packages I'm getting out tomorrow because my route runs down here. Tow companies too. Towing's probably like the biggest industry right now in the snow. Yeah, tow truck drivers, they make a killing. But then again, I don't know, I've watched some of them because, hell, when I worked for Hogan Transport, couldn't say that on YouTube, but I can say it to you guys. When I worked for Hogan Transport, they had those stupid natural gas truck things, clean energy. I loved the idea. I thought it was a great idea, clean energy. You know, anything more efficient, I'm good. Protect the environment, whatever, it's cool. The problem was, they didn't freaking work. They broke down all the time, especially if it got cold, even if the engine was warm. So I got towed a lot and talked to a lot of truck drivers, tow truck drivers coming, you know, getting towed back to the shop or whatever. Hell, there were several times I was towed like 2.5, 3 hours to get back. So you do a lot of talking to the tow truck driver in 2.5, 3 hours. And so I heard a lot of stories on how they run, and really the law is different for them in a lot of ways. They have a lot of loopholes to where basically they could go days with very little sleep. It's kind of like trucking in the olden days. And you could go from nothing happening to making thousands of dollars, and you're out on the side of the road nearly getting frostbitten and run over constantly. So I don't know, kudos to the tow truck drivers, big time. I don't know if I could handle it. I'm determined I could like do anything, right? Like, got that mindset. I could accomplish anything. I just don't know if I'd want to accomplish tow truck driver. Yeah, we got a lot of blowing snow out here. It'll be calm like for a few minutes, and then it just blows all over the place. So kind of crazy out here tonight. But yeah, no, it was kind of cool because I don't know how FedEx runs. You know, and of course I don't say these names on YouTube side, but just so you guys, you know, we're here at Amazon, and the way Amazon loads work, we're a contractor for Amazon, so we don't work directly for them. So I think that's the game changer. But Amazon, basically, come hell or high water, that load's moving. I don't care if the road's shut down, you figure out a way to get there. It's kind of like that with Amazon. However, you still have the driver who has like the right to refuse a load, you know, for safety reasons. Every single driver's got that right, you know, because it's not worth your life. But the thing is, basically, we're told in the contracts, like, you don't shut down unless you're out on the road already, you know, and you get stuck or it's just too bad to drive. You can't shut these loads down. Like, they have to keep going. Snow, good weather, bad weather, anything. So tonight, it was really interesting. This tells you how bad it is out here in places. Is that our boss literally called and said, I'm giving all the drivers the choice on whether they want to run or go home tonight. Like, if you want to go home, go get your load, pull it out of the dock, and then shut the load down. Because it has to do with, like, the income money side of things. Like, we have to get the load physically before we shut it down. If we just refuse the load, it, like, endangers the contract or whatever. So, he's basically like, anybody that wants to just pull the load out of the dock, pull around the corner here, and drop the loads, you can go home. So I had the choice to go home tonight and be in my comfy bed or in front of my comfy fireplace working on YouTube and talking to you guys. But like I said, I just can't justify that. Like, I don't think the roads are so bad. If it was like this all the way to Springdale, I would say no. Done. You know, I'll just go. But because it'd take me 8 hours just to drive down there. But honestly, it doesn't look like it's that bad. So, you know, and knowing that we got other drivers, that was my one rule tonight, was it sounded like the one driver couldn't get his truck started. So I was like, if this turns into where Brittany is the only driver that can go down the road and everybody else went home, I ain't going. just for safety reasons, you know, I didn't want to be the only driver out there if something happened to me. But no, since we're convoying tonight, I think it's going to be kind of fun. Be an adventure. I've been watching Ice Road Truckers a lot lately. I don't know if you guys have, like the old reruns, you know, and watching Lisa Kelly and the others. They've got a couple of female drivers over there apparently. But no, it just made me like hungry for adventure. I just don't want to do nothing stupid. It ain't worth it to get yourself killed out here, that's for sure. That's for sure. It was about 50-mile-an-hour winds earlier, Carol said. Jared's reporting, he said wind report up that way is 35 mile an hour with gusts up to 60. So that is insane. You guys realize like 58-mile-an-hour winds is the Weather Service's criteria for a severe thunderstorm. So you've got severe thunderstorm strength winds that could cause, you know, down power lines, down large tree limbs, like we're talking big tree limbs. And you got this in the winter with snow. It is crazy. But of course, you had thunder snow up that way too. So, I guess what do you expect, right? Hey, winter in the Midwest. We all know how it is. That's cool. Carol says, my boss says that if I go down a gravel road, if I can't go down a gravel road, you leave it on your load till the next day. That's the difference between working with a private contractor. Honestly, I think that's the only thing that helped our ASS's at all tonight is the fact that we're a contractor. So we're a third party aside. We don't work for Amazon. So hell, if our company managers are like, hey, it's too dangerous, we ain't gonna go out there and commit suicide on the highway or kill somebody else, so we can basically shut them down. And he was like, hey, you know, if you don't want to run, want to go home, pull it around the corner. And he said, we'll reevaluate tomorrow, we'll figure it out. You know, worst case, take the loads tomorrow, everything gets delayed. So, but yeah. Don't let that truck gel up. Hey, yeah, that's good advice. We're sitting at 23 degrees right now, so honestly, we're fairly lucky down here in the South. seems South. Anyway, yeah, if we start getting into the teens tonight, especially when you get this type of winds, wind chills, and you get into the teens, that diesel gels up really fast. That's what was happening to all those stranded drivers last year. They didn't put any anti-gel agent. Speaking of which, hang on. Thank you for saying that, Jared. You're going to help me out. I'm going to add on the Walmart list here. May not physically be Walmart, but truck stop. Anti-gel for fuel. Adding it to the list. I'm gonna try to stock everything that I can fit on this little truck that could come in handy for being out in the cold in the winter. And you know, some people ask like, well, why do you need all that stuff on there? Well, the thing is, you run into other drivers like tow stops. Do you plan on getting stuck? No. But then again, nobody does. And also, you have so many other drivers that, you know, forget to put anti-gel in their diesel or whatever. You know, hell, if I can keep some stocked in here, I could keep another driver rolling and help our company stay moving. But no, I'm really happy to hear that, Carol. That is amazing that your company gives you some discretion being a contractor. Lisa, okay, Jared says this, and it's true, at least as far as I know. I know she's worth millions. Lisa is worth $5 million. She's made a killing off of that television show, and then on top of that, running those dangerous runs. Those things pay a lot of money because you may not come back, you know. 27 here, Jared says. I am here for you, my friend. Awesome, awesome. You guys have my back. That's one thing, like, you know, I do not hesitate turning on the live stream if I get in a bind, because hell, I learned that lesson early on. That one night, Gordon, we came up on that rolled over semi truck, and Gordon already knew where I was at. Everybody watching the live stream, I told him exactly what mile marker I was at, where I'm at, what state, and you know, you guys had my back, because when I hopped out to go check on that driver, and it was hailing and lightning, and the semi's over, and you got cattle, it was a cattle truck, you got cattle that were starting to break out of that truck, and go running everywhere. You had cars that weren't paying attention and potentially hitting the cattle. It was like chaos. And next thing I know, you guys are coordinating like on the comments and like, hey, who's calling 911? You got anybody en route? Gordon's like, I'm on it. He's like, fire rescue en route. Next thing you know, everybody's there. You guys did all that. Like, it's amazing. So yeah, you guys definitely have my back out here, which means the world to me. It really does. Really, really does. But anyway, guys, I am going to go ahead and get off of here because I don't know how long of a wait I have sitting here. It may be an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and then we still got to negotiate convoying out of here. So anyway, I am going to get off of here for now. I've got lots of additional videos I've been taking through the night and will be taking later. So definitely be kicking on that live stream if we run into too much. So you guys stay safe, stay warm tonight. Thank you for all the advice. And I will be talking to you guys very, very soon. Love you guys.